Now it's going to train for 2 hours getting experience. 1 hour it will get unrefined ore for me. 1 hour it will get Doran's grass, and 1 hour it will get water willow logs. It's a little inefficient that way, to be honest with you. But you can simply go, like this is the first tab, but when you close this here, you'll see all the things that it will collect. Now I'll explain these things in a moment. So let's take all that out, and I'll show you what happens if we put it on work for 5 hours. So I wanted to collect ore for 5 hours. Now when you click on this, you'll see a list of what's available. If it's red, you can't collect it. And this is unlocked by level. It says level cap. You need a certain level before you can have your dragon collect it. And it's basically in your level range. So you'll, at the start, only have unrefined ore available in the ore tab. This is ore, this is herbs, wood, leather, cloth, and hunting, which is meat, like I said earlier. Now this is for Draconic Flute, and I'll tell you that in a moment. Now the second tab is what I skipped, and let's discuss that tab, because this is one's important. This tab is where you're going to train your main dragon. Now let's take this guy, which I renamed, so don't worry about that. There's a nice little black and red dragon thingy. But he doesn't have any of these skills. But what he does have is this. This is a heal, this is a heal, this is a gift, this is, you know, a bunch of bullshit. That's all dandy, nice, and, see he has got a nice amount of magic defense there, which scales depending on your charisma. So if you want to fight mainly through your dragons, boost that charisma all the way up. I wouldn't suggest it anymore, but if you really like it, then go for it. Any build works. You have to learn to play with a build. Alright, so let's go to skills. Now, this guy has a couple skills, and these are all level 8. Now, you saw earlier that the other skill that I mentioned was saying Life Reflux, or Cyclone Assault, I think it was. So let's go to Cyclone. Yeah, it's level 10 already. Alright, so let's go to Paralyzing Current. Same idea. It would have said 1 out of 10. This one's 8 out of 10. Now you can see on the right side beside that, next to Paralyzing Current, which is right there. Right there. Right there. Damn it, stop moving! Okay, anyway. So you see the 14,820. That's the amount of experience you need to get for it to go from 8 to 9. It's that simple. Now, same process as with the other ones that I added. You go here, you select the skill you want to level. So let's say Life Reflux in this case. And I want to level it for the next 5 hours. Now we did the 1111 thing. Now we're going to do 5 hours. Boom. It instantly makes 5 hours of training. And you will see a progress bar here. If you hover your cursor over it, it'll tell you how much time it's left. This little fella here, for instance, is collecting nickel ore for me. Because he has 1, 2, and 3 ore. So if I would go to process, you can see here plus 50%, which you can impossibly read, but it is 50%. Just take my word for that. Alright, so that said, that's basically how you put your dragons to work. Nothing that super dandy about it. Now let's go back to Douchebag here. Okay, so great. I have my dragon. Yay, it's training. Yay. Okay. While it's doing that, and let's get a good example. This is the maximum. This is the main thing it will collect for you. Alright, in this window you see the main thing, the process rewards, the main thing it collects. This is something that will go into your inventory on your dragon lair, which is a separate inventory, which has so far no limit to my opinion, which I'll show you in a minute. And you need to extract that. Now in the tutorial about game basics, I explain how to extract items. But basically what it is, you get blue items out of that. You also get experience. So this little thing, what we did here, this gives a bunch of experience, up to 300 at level 1. And I don't know what level 3 is because I never used it. Got 900. Okay, there we go. But you can also get it this way. And if I change this to 5 hours, that also goes up. Everything scales. So The last one is Dragon Provisions, and that's going to come into play when we're going to talk about leveling, and that's actually a good cue. So let's go talk about leveling your dragon. Now, all dragons start off with a maximum level, which you can see here, which is 25, and the training level is 0. Like we mentioned in the attributes, statistics, in the attributes, you can see training level, and it says 0 over here. Well, that's kind of sucky. It means it basically dies whenever you hit it. You can boost the stats with this, and I'll explain what that is in a moment. There's a lot to cover, so just bear with me here. Okay, so it says 0 available attribute points here. Increase maximum training level, okay. Dragon provisions, okay. The dedicate dragon, it's so confusing, all this shit. Alright, don't worry, I'm gonna guide you through this. This is how it works. This is your maximum training level, and it starts out with 25. Now, in order to, this will be 0 at first, these dragon provisions. While you're collecting your dragons, remember that our dragons are collecting a shit, and they're getting this as well, dragon provisions. Well, this is where it gets stored, in the layer storage. As you can see, here's all the unknown crap. I keep it there because I don't really use it. And these are all the materials they've been collecting. And it just stays in here. Like, I have a stack of 2400 here. What else I got? A bunch of shit. Anyway. I've had stacks up to 9,000, so far I haven't been able to see that anything has been capped. So maybe there's a cap of 10,000 or something, but this keeps apparently going up forever because I've had it at 150 or so. Okay. So this is where Dragon Provisions, it's always the first tab. Now you can sort through them this way if you want to look for something specific, or would, and it actually adds it one by one, so you actually have to go like, oh no, I don't want ore, I want this, no I don't want that, I want this, no I don't want this. It's kind of weird, but I don't use it, I just go all anyway. So this is all. I know that the first tab is going to be all your ores and starts woods. It's always the same order. It's ore, wood, herbs, leather, cloth, and then meat. Same order as in the dragon lair. So now these dragon provisions have been collected. Let's collect them all. And don't worry about your inventory. It's not going to go there. You will see here, receive dragon provisions. Now when I go to dragon training, all of a sudden that number that was 0 is now, you know, what we just collected. 34,076. But I had a little extra there, so no worries. So as you can see, it already has 10 training experience. From what? Oh, well, it's been busy. It's been collecting shit for us. But this guy, no, he's got diddly. 0 out of 100. Now, this is how you level a dragon. Going here, while you have dragon provisions available, you just simply click on this button, and it doesn't have half, unless you run out, but it won't allow you to click the button. It will say year provisions consumed. As well as you will see, you get 1 attribute point. So let's do it again. 2 attribute points. 3 attribute points. 4 attribute points. 6. Oh, that makes no sense. We just skipped 1. Yeah. The higher level it gets, the more attribute points you gain per level. And this has to matter with that this scales beyond fucking belief. Like, it goes from 1 to 7 to 14 to 24 to 48 to 60, something like that. It goes up fairly fast. I actually completely forgot how much it scales. Bear with me 1 second. So for this one, I need 17. So level 10 to 11 is 17, and this one is 11. So it goes 1 something something something. Whatever. You'll find it out when you do it. So this guy is now level 5 and he has 6 skills. So, oh yeah, I forgot. What was it that already? Just go back to Dragon Info and see what its stats are. Okay, ferocity is his main thing, and the second is focus. So let's go there, and let's go the way that his build is supposed to be. And I had exactly 5. You get this little triangle thing, and we go on lockdown. That will save the points, and you cannot get them back unless you spend money. Reset attributes. It now says no need for reset because we didn't spend anything yet, but if you think you made a mistake and you're trying out different setups, so you have like 0 points or near 0 points, because of the way it scales later, you're going to run into that issue. You simply just click on clear changes and you get the points back, and you can just try again. Like for instance, I've done this. Oh, I can't. Why not? Because it already goes to 5. So it's 1, 2, 5. So I can only do this. But let's say I've done this, 2 of this, and then 1 of this. Now I get 1 point, but I can't level this, I can't level this. I can only level this, or this, or this. Well, that's a little annoying. I don't want that. Now it's like all over the place. Reset, try again. So 2 and 2. So let's save that now. Lockdown settings. Now keep attention to focus and ferocity. It still says 2 out of 10. When we lock down these settings, yeah, don't ignore this purple thing. Here in Dragon Info, you'll see that ferocity went up and focus it up. Now, it doesn't go up by 1 point at a time. It actually goes up by a percentage at a time based on the base stat. So that is why you want to focus on what it is high at. You don't want to put all your points into, for instance, this guy's Constitution, because by the time you get to 20%, which is a whole way down, the gain on Constitution is only like a teeny weeny bit. While on Ferocity, it will mean that he's over 400 points already. So you have to feel that a little bit. Do take a look at the stats, see where he's good at, and then focus on that. You can always go for a different build if you want, but I've noticed from my experience it doesn't really work out that well. Okay, so we've discussed all that. Now you can see his maximum level is 25, so let's go there. So I'm just going to keep clicking this little button here till he goes all the way up to 25. And now we'll say maximum training level has been reached. Use Leata's Academy provisions to increase the level cap, basically. Or maximum level, I'm not sure. So you also see we now have 87 points with 25 levels. So like I said, it scales. So now we can just freely do this, and we go like this a little bit. Then do this one again. Oh, can't. Okay, fuck you too then. Alright, so now we do that. We save that. And you will see here that, Constitution is only 222. But Ferocity is over 400 now. And his physical damage went up way much. It was, like this guy, about 900. And now it's 1300. And it scales with your personal charisma, which is, I don't want to show everything, so bear with me. It scales with this, your charisma. Now, I don't have any points invested in it, really. Got about 19 points because, I kind of like rounded numbers. No OCD thing. Alright, so now that we have this, that's nice, but this guy, for instance, I want to level it past. You can see his level is 36, not 25. Now, how do you get past that point? Simple. This guy is now 25, but you only need level 10. It says after a dragon reaches training level 10, it may be offered blah de blah de blah, I don't care. Do note, once you do this, your dragon's gone forever. So don't do like me, like I accidentally once did. I was doing this button and then accidentally did this, and okay. And that was one of my ancients. I caught it back later, but yeah, okay, kind of sucks. So in this case, yes, what we're going to do is imagine this is a 0. Because the first level, when you click on this, increase maximum training level, it will ask you for 1 Leata's Academy provision. Now we don't have any yet, so let's get one. Ignore this number. So we're going to get 1. We click on this, and we click on OK. Now it was 9, and now it changes to 1. No matter what the level of your dragon is, it will always only give 1. So don't level it past 10 because it just it just costs extra dragon provisions